Welcome back to the Core News Tech Lab with some breaking news. TruTV is turning into a sports network as Warner Bros. Discovery is leaning into the fact that, well, most people watching traditional live linear television is sports nowadays, with most of the top 100 most watched events last year being sports related, with the NFL heavily dominating that, along with NBA and other sports. Now Warner Bros. Discovery has announced TruTV is going to get a refocus, but maybe rebranding is not the right word, because it's going to maintain the TruTV name, but they're going to be focusing on alternative broadcasts of major sporting events, sporting programs, sporting documentaries, and the like. I didn't want to wait to Monday for this news because it's very interesting, because it really gives us a good look at what people really are watching with television right now, and what you can expect from cable television going forward in the next few years. First, though, before we get into this, I will put a link to the story I'm going to talk about in the show notes and in the first pinned comment. This is breaking news, and I can't update this video if things change, but it's been over 24 hours. If things do change, I'll put a note about it down in the show notes and in the first pinned comment. And if you want to help us, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help by letting YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. All right, on Thursday, Warner Bros. Discovery gave Variety an exclusive that TruTV will be refocusing on sports and will air alternative broadcasts of TBS and TNT sporting events as one of its big focuses. You've seen the Manning cast be very popular as an alternative. We've seen other places do it. Nickelodeon and Disney recently did this with a kids-focused alternate version of an NFL game. Amazon has been playing around with this, also doing alternative play-by-play for some of the Thursday Night Football. Now it looks like TNT is getting on board with that. Not only that, but they're also going to be doing sports documentaries, nightly sports shows, and other sports-related programs airing on the network. With this move, Impractical Jokers, one of the few remaining original programs at TNT, will fully move over to TBS. They've been doing simulcasts on that for a while now. Now all future episodes and the like will move over to TBS. A few questions I have here. Will any of the other programs move or change? World's Dumbest was one of the others that kind of dominated the timeline, even though it's been, almost 10 years since that show came off the air. It's very popular there. But TruTV, originally Court TV, funny story, Court TV's back as a free over-the-air network now, was renamed to TruTV to focus on reality kind of programs, and World's Dumbest was one of the originals. Hardcore Pawn Stars, if I remember correctly, was on there. And Practical Jokers was another one of their very large hits. Well, in recent years, we've seen the number of people actually watching this decline. About 5 million fewer cable TV subscribers at the end of 2023 than the beginning, even when you count growth in the world of live TV streaming services like YouTube TV. And because of that, you can see why people are deciding to say, hey, what are people really watching on cable networks? And that's increasingly sports and news. While news is even struggling a bit, and we're not seeing a massive change there or demand for more news networks, we are seeing a demand for more sports. And that's probably what they're trying to lean in here. Sports is one of the few things that still draws a lot of advertising revenue because people typically watch it live, which means advertisers know you're more likely to actually see the commercials and not fast forward through them, making them more willing to pay for them. And that's probably why they're doing this move. Now, again, TruTV is not dead. The name's not going away. Wouldn't be surprised to see new logos or maybe someday a new name. But TruTV could, it's True Sports. I guess you could make an argument or something like that. It's sports is real and they're TruTV. I don't know. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. But I suspect that we're going to see more and more of this. Spectrum last year dropped 8 Disney channels, including some sub-channels like FXX and others. But some were a big surprise, like Freeform. But again, a majority of that content is increasingly becoming reruns. And a lot of people are starting to call these zombie networks. Networks with very little new content and mostly just re-airs reruns. I've talked about this at the beginning of the year. I listed a bunch of cable networks I suspected would shut down. A lot of them were these, like the MTV2s and the other sub-channels out there that are basically just reruns of their main network. Well, when you can watch this content on demand at any time through Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, Peacock, and other services, why watch it with commercials through a cable network when you can't pick when it starts and when it stops? And I think that's what they're seeing here. Increasingly, we're seeing this in the world of cord cutting. The overall number of new cord cutters moving to live TV services like YouTube TV and the like is actually significantly smaller than the number of people who are canceling cable. A vast majority of cord cutters are increasingly moving to on-demand only services like Disney+, Hulu, Max, and the like. That's because that's all they care about. If you're not a big sports fan, why are you paying for something like Hulu Plus Live TV, Fubo, or YouTube TV? And we're finding out they're not. And now, with a sports-only streaming service coming later this year from Warner, Disney, and Fox, you can see why some services like Fubo are very concerned and they're suing over this. But keep a close eye on this. I think this is not the only network that we either change to focus more on sports or news or just go away in 2024. I predict this is just the beginning of what we're going to see. So get me your comments in. I want to hear from you. What cable TV networks do you think are most likely to shut down in 2024? I want to hear from you and know your thoughts. Well, that's it for today. Check back Monday for another video. I hope you enjoyed this special edition of the Cord Cutting Today Breaking News version. Have a great weekend, everybody.